I'm going to call today's meeting to order at 5:03, and we'll start with the pledge of allegiance. Pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all. So we'll start with public comment from anyone who is here tonight in person. Seeing no public comment, is there anybody, Devin, who is online who wishes to speak up?
With no online attendees.
All right, we'll move on to the minutes. Is there a motion to approve the minutes of the, you want to do both of them together or separately?
Let's do them individually.
Okay, to approve the minutes of the February 19 meeting.
Motion.
Okay, great. All in favor?
Aye.
And how about the motion to approve the March 5, 2025 minutes?
Motion. Second.
Any discussion? All in favor?
Aye.
Correspondence, you have correspondence in your packet. It was received.
I don't know if we've had any this time.
Nothing?
Nope.
Okay,
None.
we'll move on to reports. I am delighted to share that I got invited to step up this afternoon, and Meg is good. She's well.
Yeah, I believe she's out on vacation.
Good.
So.
So Meg, we appreciate you and enjoy your vacation wherever you happen to be. Town Council Liaison Report, Sarah.
Sure. So the town council set a proposed budget last week. April 7th, 2025 at 7 p.m. is the public hearing on that budget. And then April 21st is the annual town meeting, which will be in the FHS auditorium, and May 1st is our referendum.
Excellent. Anything else?
That.
Okay. Board of Education Liaison Report.
Well, we were just glad that town council approved the budget, so big things are behind us this time of year. Oh, well, have we had a meeting since you're not to attend? Yeah.
Is this the first
So
meeting?
anyone?
No, I think it's.
So let's talk about that.
Okay,
Yeah.
so
We were still coming to terms.
small meeting. But our superintendent has given us notice that she's retiring. So that'll be officially July 1, June 30th.
June 30th.
So we are, the full board is the search committee, and we're at the beginning of that process, I should say. We wish Kathy well.
When you guys do your first round of interviews?
We are doing. I don't say it.
It was posted
It
last
was
week,
posted,
right?
yeah.
So we
Right.
have applicants.
Yes.
It will be a highly sought after superintendent for sure. Lots of interest, and at least from colleagues of mine and people out of state too have contacted me. So that's exciting.
Yeah.
And then it'll probably be, I think in April, right? There would be interviews in April.
Yes, so the April timeframe, but I should say, especially for people of the community and anyone here who lives in Farmington, there's a community survey to get feedback. And then we'll be doing focus groups as well for certain constituent groups. So keep an
And
eye
our
on
Friday
that.
folders are the survey, the link to the
Right.
survey, and we have
Online.
focus groups. They're
Different
doing
ways
a
to
great
participate.
job.
Right, and share them with your friends and neighbors. The more feedback we get, obviously, the better.
Big shoes to fill.
I was gonna say cute little heels.
Yeah.
Important shoes. All right, 1928 Building Committee report. Would you fill in, Kat?
Yeah, I can do that. So construction has started. We've completed demolition, and I believe we're at the tail end of abatement. So, things are moving along, on schedule to move up there, or to complete, the construction next February 2026. So it's moving along. Very exciting. Everyone at town hall is very excited for things to get going. So.
Yeah,
We just couldn't face the move, I think, is the issue, right?
yes, that was all about the no. move up there, you know, a little before, just to get the whole area.
See it a little bit, make sure it's broken in.
Kathy, she's up with the central.
Add
office
items to
up
the
there.
punch list.
There you go.
All right, project management contingency report. Like the green monster over here in the upper decks.
Yeah, I paid extra for you. We're doing good. So processed a lot of change over the weekend this month. I wondered, that did you get my application? I haven't gotten notification.
Yes. Did you get that letter I was gonna write? Maybe what?
Yeah, before I got it, thank you.
Sounds good. Architects report.
So, we continue, have anything?
It's all you.
Okay. So we continue reviewing, closeout submittals, this is for both the projects. And, we send out additional sketches, for this handicap accessible parking. This is near the high school, secondary entrance. So this was sent out today, to the owners. And we'll be starting punch list, this coming Tuesday, after the OAC meeting, along with Arcadis. We'll be doing this together, on the CM's, software, Econex. So that's all I have for today. Any questions?
Thank you. Construction manager report.
So site work remains at 70%, but they're remobilizing tomorrow. They'll be back on site. Grandstands are still tracking for July delivery. The high school's 100%. We're waiting for final commissioning report and punch list. Central office is 95% complete and the storefronts are installed. We started mechanical equipment startup and commissioning is starting. Field house portion, we're going for inspection this month. The tennis courts, PR 88, that was the lighting package that was approved, and so we just released those today. Top coats for the tennis courts are weather dependent, 50 and rising, 50 degrees and rising. The pay app is for draw number 32, and we reviewed it with TSKP. We reduced Lockheed's application for materials that weren't yet on site, and then we have executed surety forms for a reduction in retainage for performance and singer pictures.
Any questions? Thank you. The communication subcommittee. Anything they met?
We have not, no, we have not met. No report.
No report. Financial. Did I miss? Oh, I missed owner's rep. Sorry, my apology.
Continue on with the high school, checking out the closeout documentation that's coming in. And then with the central office, performed the above ceiling inspection. We'll be back punching that. And then also, as our John said, be doing the punch list below ceiling on Tuesday.
Any questions? For owner's rep? Okay. All right, financial subcommittee report. The financial subcommittee met, and you've got the packet of what materials are up for approval tonight. Financial report.
There's no report for that one. We haven't had any expenditures in that account.
Right. Moving on to new business. Might we have a motion to approve the attached invoice package for Farmington High School as presented?
Motion, second.
I'm gonna walk through.
I'll do the invoices and then I think Russell jump in for the change orders. So the first one is TSKP Studio. This is in the amount of $42,000 for construction administration through February 28th. This is their typical monthly construction administration fee. So that one is for TSKP. The next one, Jeff's mentioned the reductions that they did for O&G in the amount of $1,208,214.32. Following O&G is the invoice for project manager. This is Russ's invoice in the amount of $6,466.46. This is for the month of February hours. with the, weekly timesheets as backup. Then we have Arcadis, for this portion, the FHS portion of the project, this monthly amount is for $4,435. A big amount of that was that long 8-hour punch list day that you guys had, which sounded like a ton of fun. But that's kind of what, that's kind of what's driving up that $4,000 expense this month. The next 3 invoices are from Vintage King. This is audio equipment. We had recently, it was probably 2 months ago, increased their purchase order amount because there was additional items. These 3 invoices, in the amount of $4,540.07, $929.52, and $9,563.09 bill against that additional PO amount. Matt Ross has reviewed and approved all of these, and they have been received. And then if there's no questions on the invoices, we are on to change orders.
Take it away, Russ.
All right, first change order is for the credits that we've been carrying for a couple of years for the coordination of the 1928 project along with the high school project for worked out to be a credit of $215,000, $447.97. That took a long time to get through. Pretty mild. And all these change orders were reviewed by the finance committee. The city, I apologize, the finance committee.
Attention. East and west lake faucet. Now boarded. East and west lake faucet. Now boarded.
I'm gonna miss a ball.
Change order is for kitchen equipment coordination for $3,810. This was to add additional stainless steel boxes in the kitchen walls for the penetration that are applied to the construction manager contingency. PCO 198, $22,622 for the canopy drain detail at the south entrance by the bus drop off. This was to provide details for the connection for getting storm drainage into the building. This is being assigned to the construction manager contingency as well. PCO 206 is $15,336.50. This was the additional goggle cabinet relocation in the science labs, and it also added electricity for those relocated cabinets along with fire extinguishers and blankets. PCO 208 is additional, we added an additional door in the counseling corridor that's down and around where it would eliminate people from being able to access into the building. So there was, once you got up there and when the building was closed, you can get up and walk around through the whole building. So we added that door in from a security standpoint and safety for $6,001.07. PCO 209, we added a hand dryer and electric power to it in the field house bathroom. This was for $1,996.87. PCO 213, we deleted the tennis court locks for $1,551 credit. We need to lock the gates. We will provide those locks as the town. Part of our park. For a note from that, the previous tennis courts gates were never locked. They were always open. So, but should we need to, in the event of emergency, we will put a lock on there. PCO 215, we provided electrical power for ALS system in the gym. Was not in the original design documents for $2,204. PCO 216 provided electrical power for the condensers and the condensers for the freezers and refrigerators in the kitchen. $6,261. That would have been a kitchen in the culinary area. I apologize. PCO 218. This was to get the edge studio curtain. If you remember, we increased the length of the track in the last month's PCOs, and this is doing the curtain for that track length for $3,314.01. PCO 219, we provided additional signage for the high school. This is $48,555. This is for wayfinding signage and basically tell people where they're at, how to get to places once they're in the building. This is part of the whole package that we talked about before, about all the different signing that was not included as part of the FF&E stuff and all that items. PCO 223, relocate power and provide power for the compressor relocated for compressors from the custodian. We originally didn't anticipate relocating the compressor from the custodian's office, and we found that we could reuse it. It was in good shape, and this was the cost to provide all that infrastructure for that compressor for $3,206. PCO 224, provide new flooring in the field house bath for $4,697.93. So this was the existing tile. They had to cut through it, put the wall in, the support wall for the blockers, and 20+ years old, and having to cut through it, trying to match it and get back to it, because this was not possible. So made the decision to change out all that flooring tile for $4,697.
Thank you.
And that wraps up the high school change orders.
Questions? This has been reviewed by the decision-making group and the finance committee. Any questions that anybody has for Russ or Kat?
Just curious, what is the ALS system in the gym?
It's a very good question.
It's a assisted listening, just.
Oh, hearing.
It's a system, yeah, assisted. So it's an assisted listening.
So that's like an audio?
Yeah. So
It's an AV.
hearing.
Oh, it's an AV feature, okay.
Required to have that?
Yeah.
Those siblings, yeah.
I wasn't sure. I was trying to figure out what the acronym stands for.
I could have figured it out, I apologize.
No, it's okay. No, thank you for clarifying.
Probably did, we couldn't hear you.
We should
If
have.
we were down in the gym.
As you work with them, it just kind of becomes second language.
Mhm.
Pun intended, it's just, you're into it. I'll enunciate, I'll extend my acronyms.
Well, I was just curious. So
Yeah,
it's
no.
not a huge deal.
Good question. Other questions? All right, hearing no other discussion, we have a vote on the motion. All in favor?
Aye.
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion passes unanimously. All right, how about a motion to approve the following invoice package for central office as presented?
Motion?
Second?
So this one, starting off invoices, TSKP Studio. This is for professional services rendered through February 28th, for the central office portion. Their construction administration fee, $2,800. Arcadis, this portion for, owner's management, $4,267.50. IMTL, this is our materials testing. This invoice is in the amount of $390. O&G did review and approve this invoice and recommends payment. And then the next two invoices, one is for, they're both for IES, Innovative Engineering Services, who's our commissioning agent. One is, I believe, for their January services in the amount of $7,270. They had just missed the invoice, like the agenda by a day. So I wanted to make sure we got them on. O&G reviewed and approved, and then February, we were able to add this one, right? Same thing, they just missed the agenda by a day, but we got it on for the finance subcommittee to review. This is for their February hours, $5,323.40. O&G has reviewed and approved and recommends payment as well. And then we do have one PCO.
PCO 220, this is to modify the gas piping around the company. Remember, we have to modify the sprinkler system around the ductwork. And last month's approval process, the change order, we have to relocate the gas pipeline on that comes up with a total of 15,000.
Any questions about the package that we're voting on the central office? Hearing none, we have a vote. All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion passes. Unanimous. The knock, who's there, motion.
Correct, yeah.
Okay, all right. Russ, will you take, well, first, let's get this on the boards. We have a motion to approve a quote from Builders Hardware in the amount of $3,060.
No motion.
Second.
Russ, will you take us through this rather embarrassing if we do not approve this motion?
Keep this after the cat and breeder, but we're not gonna.
That's why she's retiring.
Okay.
Talking with Sam, there's been a couple embarrassing moments where people, staff bathrooms are locked. Somebody with a key can open them up, but you don't know that somebody's in there. So this quote is from Builders Hardware for $3,060 to provide that mechanism that when the door is locked, it's red, when it's available, it'll be green. Sam and his staff will install them, instead of going through O&G and having the full markup, but his people are more than capable of it.
Thank you. Any questions on this motion?
How many bathrooms are we looking at?
It's 12 total, just staff bathrooms.
Any other question? All in favor?
Aye.
Any against? Any abstentions? Motion passes unanimously.
Oh, I can see it.
I want to circle back to one thing because we just didn't touch upon it, and these are good news items. Contingency, owner's contingency. Where are we at now?
Should be at your place.
I can't pull it up on here. Oh, you can't put it up? Thank you.
Oh, right here.
I can make the font
Yeah.
smaller on these. To help everyone.
So we're forecasting 2,265,000. Is that right?
AVS. AVS, there we go.
2.3 million roughly remaining.
Okay. And for the central office, Tigers?
Is about 38,000, little over 38,000 at this point after, change order coming up. And we have another change order in the central office for the vestibule, the old student entranceway. We have to do some modifications in there for sprinklers, ceiling, some painting and some, wall therapy. So that'll be a change order that wasn't really in the plans. It was a little hard to figure out. So we got those, that'll be coming. We should be, that one may pretty much eat up the rest of that contingency. For the central office. But pretty good at this point. I think we're in good shape. Kathy's gold-plated desk is gonna arrive.
Yeah. I'll just about close out that account.
Kathy Greater contingency.
You're
Both are,
welcome.
both are.
You're
Well, good management of that contingency fund, that was much tighter. Any other business that anyone wants to bring forward? Anything we missed?
The only thing I would say is it's likely that we will cancel the first April meeting. Once Meg's back, we'll just touch base and leave it open in case there's, anything that we need. I don't anticipate holding that meeting. And then we were thinking at the normal, the second meeting that potentially we could do a tour of what central office is looking like. I think would be good to get everybody in there. It's like basically done at that point.
Over in the conference room.
Yeah, we could.
Is that the 16th or I have it on the 2nd and 16th, but 16th is April break.
Yeah, that's how it is scheduled.
Okay,
So,
is that when you planning to do the tour?
yeah. Are you away?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Are other people, I'm sure there's a lot of people away.
These kids are probably gonna go away.
Right? We could do it.
You wanna keep the first meeting in April?
Well, because typically invoices don't come until later in the month.
We won't have any people.
Yeah, maybe we can, change it. We'll send an email and maybe we can push that to the following week in April,
Yeah.
just so we can,
Do I send a poll going
Many
in?
of us will be.
yeah, we'll have a little poll going out. Just if it is, this happens to us every year.
I gotta find the April
Every
vacation.
One year we'll wait.
Trouble with consistency and schedules.
Yeah, I know.
Pretty soon you'll be very aware of it.
Yeah.
Yes,
It is
I'm not on that schedule yet.
It is.
It is.
So we'll, let's keep it on the schedule for now. We will send a poll to see what numbers we have on the 16th, if we need to cancel it, and if not, we'll move it to potentially the following week after that. So be on the lookout for some scheduling, changes, but
Attention, Hartford, Lake Park, outboard, Hartford, Lake Park, outboard.
the idea would be to get a tour over in central office, and if you can't make it, we'll make an arrangement for a tour also. It's really coming along quite nicely.
But since Russ has missed all the buses, is someone?
I can give you a ride home.
Or ride home.
And give you
Yeah.
a quarter, you can call your family to come pick you up.
Great. Great, good luck.
Seeing no other items on the agenda, does someone want to raise a motion for adjournment?
For a motion?
Second.
All in favor?
Aye.
Passes. Have a wonderful night.